Okay, well that camera shot's kind of overexposed compared to what I'm seeing, but it's a beautiful sunrise here in Budapest. It's the 17th, just got off the plane, cleared customs. Customs and everything was super easy. They were tearing apart a lot of bags, going through, whatchamacallit? Yeah, it was going through customs, not immigration. So immigration was easy. Customs, she just flagged me right through, but they were tearing apart a lot of bags at customs. Flight was from Shanghai. Looked like mostly Chinese people on board. And I gotta tell you, man, even this Budapest airport drove me nuts. Like you're standing in line in immigration, the person behind you is constantly pushing you, constantly bumping into you. And it's just like that constant on your back. I just don't deal well with it. And I'm so glad to be out of China, away from all that. But then, you go down, and I'm trying to get around the lobby area, trying to hit a bathroom, an ATM, and get outside. And like people are posted up in front of the only ATM with all their bags, just like having a powwow, like a picnic in front of the ATM. And then, they like to stop at doorways. So, you just got to pretend you're in China. Just kind of put your head down, grunt, and push. Because, if you say excuse me, they look at you like you're the stupid one because you want to actually go through the doorway when they want to stop and have a conversation in the middle of the doorway and block the entire thing. And one guy just got mad at me right now, and I was just like, I just kept walking, right? It's like, if you're going to stop and have a conversation in the middle of the doorway and you see people coming, he saw me coming, and it's like, what do you think, I'm going to come up and join your conversation? Just no awareness of anybody else in the world. So I'm super happy to be out of China's sphere of influence. Unfortunately, a ton of Chinese came here, so we'll see what happens. But Shanghai I was only in the airport. It was non-stop. That there'll be like 50 chairs, and somebody will come up and sit right across from me and start yelling at their phone, having a conversation. And they get mad when you mimic or mock them. It's like, whatever. Check out this sunrise. We're gonna miss it again. Yeah, kind of missing it because of the on-ramp there, the highway. Just a beautiful sunrise. Great timing, great flight. The flight crew, it was Shanghai Air, booked through China Eastern. It was, I think, a 12-hour flight. Flight crew was amazing. Very blunt and to the point, not a lot of niceties, but constantly making rounds with water the entire trip, constantly checking on you. Maybe you can kind of see that now. No, it's still not coming out. Okay, but that's what I got. I'm headed downtown. I'm going to drop my big bag at the hotel. The 100E bus is 2,200 up, and it was easy to get a ticket. You can't use bills larger than 1,000 in the machine. There's only one machine that takes cash. So pretty much everything is, in Europe, they're trying to go cashless. They're going hard to go cashless. And it drives me nuts because, like I said, you got to go back and check your credit card for all these little transactions, and it just drives me crazy. I did find one I need to go back and double check. Potentially a place at the Bangkok airport hit my 2 different credit cards for the same amount on accident because one came back denied. It looked like maybe it went through after the fact, or they just told me it was denied. I don't know. So I used a second credit card, which I hate doing. And the funny thing is like so many people told me that credit card came back denied, but I used it, at other places. Yeah, to me, cash is the right answer because you can control it better, and you don't have to worry about double checking all these little charges. The other thing they'll do is, inadvertently trying to help you is they'll charge you in dollars. Like the gal at the airport last night, was trying to charge me in dollars and do the conversion there at the store, and that just jacks up the price and takes away the great deal I was getting. So it's like, you really got to be careful using your card on small purchases. It's, those little, accidental ATM conversion, but the ATM wanted $95 doing the conversion. I took out 3,000 or 30,000 HUF, and it charged me a 2,000 HUF fee. So, you know, I haven't done any conversions. I don't know any of the numbers I'm talking about. I know 30,000 is about $100, so I got to break it down so I get a better perspective of like what 1,000 is, what 100 is, that type of stuff. But I'll do all that this morning. We'll see what happens. But yep, I'm excited to be here. And it is cold. It is very, very cold. I can't wait to get into my bag, get my gloves out. I think it's up to like 46 degrees, which coming from, you know, Malaysia and Thailand, that is just screaming cold right now. Anyway, see you, bye. Even riding the bus from the airport, you get some great views. I tried to catch some clips, but if I remember right, this was one of my favorite little intersections. I stayed at an Airbnb just down the road, and there was a coffee shop on the left up here, and a little like super cheap food place straight over there. I'm looking for a couple of landmarks I used to use to navigate, but I think this is it. It's changed a little. Looks like maybe it's it. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'll know here in a second. Yeah, that wasn't it. Maybe it was. Is that the building? I don't know, man. It's hard saying not knowing. Oh, I know where we're at. Okay, I'm confused, but I just recognized a mural. That's where you catch the bus over there. And then the wheel. Yep, there's the wheel right there. So cool. Yeah, so I did have that intersection right. I was just coming at it from a different angle. It's been 2 years. It was 2 years ago today, or not today, but about this time, 2 years ago, I came to Budapest for the first time. Spent a bit more time here then, but that was a crazy trip. Lots of crazy stuff happened on that trip. But I'm staying right downtown this time. No Airbnbs for me. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love Budapest. Even just the air, like, oh, it's so nice to be back on this side of the planet. I love Asia. Don't get me wrong. You know, the only thing I really don't like about Asia is China and the crazy Chinese tourists. But one thing that I loved about Budapest, it was the first time I really experienced this, is it's like a 6 or 8 story forest. So all the streets, you know, they have all this, buildings are all about the same height, and it's just like you're in this deep forest, and you'd be walking, and it's really like walking among, you know, giant trees. You know, you get a little break, you get some sunlight, you can see some fresh air, and yeah, I'm excited to be back here. And more stairs everywhere. Stairs that go down and under, and there's a rail system down there, but it's also an easy way to cross the street, especially when it's raining. Oh, I passed it already. There was a place over there, had a fun sign. Look at all the candies. I remember this store. I went in and bought one of each and tasted them all. It was so funny. Some are great, some are nasty. But these are all like candies. And you can see inside the barrels there, like just tons and tons and tons of candies. You just go through with a bag and scoop, scoop, scoop. Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited to be back here. I can't say that enough. So there's the wheel, the park. I don't see a lot of Christmas stuff going on yet. There was like some Christmas fair stuff over there last year, and it's the 17th of December, so it should be up and running, I would think. And there was a food court thrown up on this side, if I remember right. I thought it was somewhere right in here, but maybe it's down further. Okay, I'm seeing like a food court set up over there in front of the Ritz. So, and then this big church over here is pretty amazing. Or I'm assuming it's a church, cathedral, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I could use some coffee. Yeah, so I'm at the end of about a 30-hour transition that started way too soon because, oh, look at those berries. It started way too soon because I got woken up at the hotel at like 1:30 in the morning instead of 4 in the morning. And then it was just downhill from there. So I didn't sleep much on the plane. Got, an hour here, hour there on each plane ride. But, I'm running on probably 36, 40 hours. A couple hours of napping here and there. And this morning air, the sunrise, it's just invigorating. Oh yeah, check this out. This is Christmas gone wild right here. Look at all those nutcrackers. There's toy soldiers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, everything's all closed up. I don't even know if it's 7 a.m. yet. But my hotel's a few blocks away. I'll go drop my bags and find something to do. Okay, I'm in 608. I'm at the Hampton Inn, Budapest city center. Doesn't have the name here on the wall, but master switch. I just dropped my stuff. There's the bathroom. Okay, so it is. What time is it? Watch. Look at this. It is 8:35. I just got off the plane, bus, no train. And I walked a couple blocks here, and I just wanted to drop my bag. And so the guy asked for my name, pretty standard. He's like, "Let me just check you in." It's 8:30 in the morning. He checks me in and says I can go get a free breakfast if I want, or a complimentary breakfast, not free, this morning too. And it's just like, but check out this room, for the price I paid. I booked in advance, paid in advance, got a great deal when you pay in advance with Hilton. It's got an ironing board, laundry, big TV, wow. And then check this out. It's kind of a different little view. That looks like a roller that comes down. So they're not peeping in your window, but very cool little room. I love this little, I love the unique little rooms like this personally. And look at the artwork. This is, and I am right downtown city center. I mean, when they say city center, they mean city center. Oh, this is just like, yeah, check it out. There's see how they put a leather pool and then it tells you what's there. So you get the fridge, it opens, get the iron, and this will be your safe. Booyah. And I'm not sure what this is. Oh, blow dryer. Okay, pretty cool. And then look, they did it. They put in the big showers. Look at that big shower. So cool. Nice soft towels for and the towel heater. Oh man, I miss towel heaters. They're so nice. Such a fun little perk. Oh, there's even slippers. I did not expect to find slippers. I brought my own, but those are slippers right there. So I need to drop this bag and get some coffee and get on the road, because if I hang out in here, I'm going to be in here all day, chilling, relax. It's nice and warm in here. It is cold outside. Let me set this camera down. I'll show you my travel setup. So I got the front bag hanging, the back bag hanging, and just go over and drop this right on the little luggage rack. Oh, it's gonna make today so much easier too, because I can pull out my gloves. Look at that piece of cake. Now I can pull out my gloves, I can pull out a hat, and life will be so much more comfortable walking around. I don't have to carry everything in my big black backpack. I'll take out all the heavy stuff I don't need right now. Man, boy. So, I don't know, 40 hours ago or whatever, I was lamenting how my day was just starting horribly. You know, I got woken up at the hotel. I was just lamenting about it on the way here. And then look what happens, you know, I'm walking, I'm not grumpy, I'm not anything, I'm tired, but, I'm still happy to be here. I'm still invigorated by, and look what happens. Things just work out phenomenally. There's no explanation other than, you get what you put out. You really do get what you put out. And I'm so blessed, these days. I don't know how to explain it. Like, just so many random, positive things happen for me, and there's no explanation. So I'm gonna go get some coffee and a little snack and hit the road. I should have probably 2 or 3 videos about Budapest, and I'm pretty excited about it. Oh yeah, I guess there isn't a roller. I thought there was a roller there for the thing windows, but I guess not. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh, that's a vent. That's what it is. It's a vent. Yeah, you can open it to vent air. Oh, way cool. Maybe there's a roller outside. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter, man. Oh yeah, check it out. Okay, so here it is, right here. That's too cool. Yeah, look, it powers down. That is awesome. Wow. Sorry. Little things make me so happy, especially when I'm super tired. When I'm super tired, the smallest things make me so happy, like some coffee. It's like, go get what you want. And it's just, it's not I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm going to go enjoy some life. I hope you do too. Days like today, I really don't know how or why my life is so fabulous sometimes, most of the time. And, I felt so bad. I'm in there, I show up, it's not even 9:30, and I'm leaving the hotel, checked in, fresh clothes on, washed my face, and it's like I got a whole extra day out of this trip because of the way the hotel staff treated me when I got there, right? Super nice, super friendly, and like, they're like, well, there's no reason for us not to check you in at 8 in the morning, if the room's empty. And go get a breakfast. So I had some fruit, had a couple of eggs, and I'm sitting there watching this guy. He is like hustling hard to get everything cleaned up, and clearly they could use another 2 people to try and maintain the standard he was trying to maintain. He's just sitting there hustling hard, and a glass breaks, and to watch him almost come to tears over it just frustrated the hell out of me, because here's this guy, he's just hustling hard, working harder than most I see most places, and a huge sense of urgency, and a glass fell off an overcrammed tray. Lesson learned, right? But it's just indicative of being surrounded by great people, because that is a great guy. He may not know it yet, he may not realize it yet, but watching his reaction and frustration with himself and breaking a glass after hustling so hard, it's like, I don't know, but I know greatness when I see it most of the time, and it was just so nice to witness that and to be able to go and give him a little bit of feedback. It's just, I don't know how or why, but life is great. And I'm back in Budapest, as I said, and I have a whole extra day basically. Instead of walking around with my big pack, instead of some funky socks that have been on my feet for almost 3 days straight, 2.5 days straight, I got clean socks, I got a clean shirt, and I'm just, instead of like I'm filled with energy and excitement, and I'm off to go check the box on a lot of things I wanted to do today that I was crossing off 4 hours ago. It's 4 hours ago I was on the plane still. I was spent. 2 hours ago I was walking down this street just spent. Now just full of energy, excited, and and even seeing that glass break and his response to it and the effort behind somebody taking so much pride and putting so much effort into their work, even if it's just cleaning tables at a breakfast at a hotel. It's just wonderful to see. I don't know, I just love seeing excellence, love being around excellence, love experiencing it, and even what may seem like the most mundane job, this guy's still trying to take a lot of pride in his work and do the best. And I don't know, but I'm gonna go explore some excellence in architecture and have some fun. So y'all take care.